Testing 1, 2. Thank you, Neil. Thank you, Neil. I just did all the shout outs with no audio. And right at the start I said, oh yeah, my audio's working. I looked down at my interface and the light was flashing. I thought it was fine. I didn't look at eCam to see that it was going off my Mac's built-in microphone. So I don't know if anything was coming through at all. A rough and tumble. You were getting the lovely music, at least. Welcome to the show, everyone. All those people I showed on screen, welcome. They were the early birds. We're just giving the shout-outs. I will continue. This is the one I ran into and went, oh. Live streams always happens. Yeah, Chantel's in the house as well. Also telling me there's no audio. WG's telling me there's no audio. No audio. No sound. Turn my mic on. That's it. Just hear music. You heard the music. Reading session. I appreciate everyone alerting me though. That's good. It's Sparky 107's in the house. 107 107. Been a while, Sparky. Finally, yes. Yes, as soon as you said it, I looked at eCam. Internal microphone on the Mac. Oh. Let's start again. Yeah, absolutely. Welcome to the Creator Breakfast. This is the place where you can get your creator questions answered, hopefully. If they're creator questions, I'll give it a rating of a good chance. How's everyone? How was your morning? How's your Saturday so far? I said all this before, but my mic wasn't on. How was your Saturday so far? I hope you've had a great Saturday so far, particularly those in the afternoon and evening. Those that are just starting the day, good morning. I hope you've got a hot cup of coffee, tea, a hot chocolate, whatever it is you like to drink in the morning. Maybe an orange juice. Let's continue down the list here. Sweeney could hear me all along. Look at that. That's awesome. There we go. And Pam's in the house as well. Coming in. Welcome, welcome, welcome. It's an awesome Saturday, says Insane McLean. It's just coming on 7 a.m. Yeah, I'm coming in nice and early. Why do I come in so early? Current time here, local time, is 9:52 p.m. So I've spent most of my Saturday doing stuff already, and this is my Saturday evening. This is what I do on a Saturday evening. All right. As always, what we like to do in the show, you like to drop, if you've got a question you want to drop in the chat, make sure you drop it in the chat. I basically hit every question in the chat because I'm able to do that. I can handle that. When I start getting hundreds of viewers, I might not be able to handle every question, but I'll try. So keep the questions coming in. Just drop them in the chat if you've got a question for me, and we will get going on the questions shortly. I checked before the show if there's going to be any YouTube type news, and it's pretty quiet on the news front in regards to what I could see in my obvious sources like TubeFilter and different places like that. So no lightning new features, although you might have seen my my shorts video that I published, was it yesterday? I think it was 2 days ago. I think I put it out 2 nights ago my time. So yeah, 2 days ago. 2 slight tweaks that YouTube have done in the ones in the Creator Studio, which is in the comments section. When you go in there now, it's not called comments, it's called comments and mentions. So there's the comments section part, and then you can click the tag, or the tab I should say, and see all the mentions. This is basically anybody on YouTube who has mentioned you. So that's a pretty cool feature. Obviously that's probably only going to be available to people who are over 1,000 subscribers. Seeing mentions are only available to people over 1,000 subscribers. So if you don't see that tab in your studio yet, then that's probably why. I'm trying to think what the other one was. Oh yes, they put the shorts shelf sort of tab or shelf. Made it actually display on desktop now, so you can have it display on desktop or on a mobile device. On desktop, it shows your custom thumbnails, so make sure you're using custom thumbnails with your shorts, is all I have to say. We might have a live demo of that. We'll have a look. All right, back to the chat, of course. Neil says he's all good looking after animals. Had a cat have his leg taken off. Oh yes, I saw that in the Facebook. That's pretty rough, especially for the cat. That's pretty rough, man. Sparky says, what do you think of the applause feature? Yeah, I did a video on the applause feature a little while ago, just sort of doing a bit of a demo of what it looks like. And have you heard anything as to when other countries can use it? Right now, applause is still in beta. Only certain channels have it. Channels I know that have it. Andrew Can has it. I know John Pullum, if you know John Pullum, he's in the Illuminati community around creators. He says he showed me that he has it as well. There's a few other channels that randomly have it if they're signed up maybe for the beta or something like that. I have heard some rumblings that it's going to be rolling out possibly later this year. I really don't have a time frame on that. But yeah, I think once it rolls out, what it will require us as creators to do is to actually tell people what it is. Because we as creators might know what it is because we get the, hey, we've added this feature to your channel. But what happens is the casual viewer of your channel doesn't get creator news. They don't hear the same things as you. They're going to need to be trained how to use applause, just like when Super Chats first started on live streams. They go, what's this Super Chat? I still see comments like that today in live streams that I'm moderating. They're saying, what is a Super Chat? How do I Super Chat? People, even though it's been around for years, still don't know what it is. So it's going to require us as creators to tell people about applause when it gets rolled out. So they go, oh, what's this? So it'd probably be good for like a call to action or a shout out every so often in your video to say, hey, below this video, there's an applause button. What that means is you can support me by dropping a tip, however you want to frame that for your channel. So that's a good question. Thank you, Sparky, for the question. I'm looking forward to applause. I'm looking forward to seeing how creators adopt that and how viewers want to and are willing to support and see how different communities get behind the creators that they love and whether they actually use that feature or not. We shall find out. I think I just saw something pop up which is about to this side pop up here. I'll let it pop up before I announce it. I don't want to preempt it, which I've already done. I was going to hit this one. That's not the one I clicked on. There we go. Pam says short seems to be...
Thank you for the super chat.
Chantel drops the $5 Australian, of course, super chat. Love a good super chat. Absolutely. Now, if you don't have super chat, I also have Buy Me a Coffee. There's a link in the description. Didn't pin that link this week. I pinned it the last few streams. But if you're looking for an alternative to Buy Me a Coffee, to Super Chat, there's Buy Me a Coffee in the description. Now, Pam says, shorts seem to be hitting the shelf or not quicker now. That's true. My last short hit the shelf overnight and I'd already had a few hundred views on it from the short shelf the next day. So within a day, my last one hit pretty quick. I'm going to pull that up again because I didn't finish it. In January, it was 4 days and 2 days, and now videos seem to be hitting the shelf in under a day. Yeah, that's my experience as of this last one. I did one about a week ago. I think it was last weekend or maybe early in the week. I can't remember now. Yeah, it was over the weekend last week. I released it, I think, on the Saturday instead of doing a live stream. I did a short, and it was just a Streamlabs update short, and it pretty much panned it. I don't know why. I usually get good views on the Streamlabs updates, but I think people might be over Streamlabs as an app, unfortunately. So we'll see how that goes. Oh yes, I think that's coming up on our TV in about half an hour. I think that's going live at 10:30. The live feed from Prince Philip's funeral. Yes. So I know that's happening. That was advertised on our news tonight as being 10:30. So we'll see. That's coming up very soon. All right. Ethan is in the house. Ethan. Saw you popping in there before. I just didn't get to shout you out. There you go. It says, lucky I'm up early enough because I'm celebrating my birthday this weekend. Well, happy birthday for this weekend, Ethan. Yeah. Me, on a Saturday, I don't get up early. That's my day. Plus, it helps me, if I sleep in a bit, it helps me stay up later for things like live streaming and Nimmin Live and the things that happen on a Saturday for me. The end of my Saturday is crazy. Sparky says, I'm looking forward to it as well. I think it's a great idea, say, when people are watching a live stream replays. Yeah, that's right, because obviously they can't super chat on the replay, but they could still applause, just like on a regular video as well. The ability for people to tip on a regular video is going to be a game changer, in my opinion. It's just going to be up to us as creators, as I said before, to educate viewers on what it is and how to use it. Ethan also loves Buy Me a Coffee. Yeah, Buy Me a Coffee is really taking off as an alternative to just a general tipping idea, live stream tipping and that sort of thing, as well as with a replacement for Patreon, which we talked a little bit about in the last stream. I think 2 weeks ago, we did a little bit of a talk about about Buy Me a Coffee and different Patreon and different ways of supporting creators and creators monetizing their streams, monetizing their channels in a way that that's beneficial to them, where the people who support their channels can also support them financially if they have a bunch of super fans, as Pat Flynn says. Sparky says, do shorts just go out to the people who subscribe to you for notifications? If you leave the notifications on, if you upload through the normal upload process and leave the notifications on, that'll just notify subscribers. But what happens is YouTube will at some point, hopefully, pick up that short and put it on their general short shelf for people to discover. And they're starting to tune in their algorithm to try and show it to people who might be interested in the topic of the subject at hand. My last one was actually those two YouTube features that were just added that I just talked about just before. So interestingly, that one actually got some traction, which I'm surprised by, because normally the ones get traction for me are my Streamlabs ones. But I'm going to keep experimenting with shorts just in regards to what I'm going to do in a format, what information, what topics I can cover. And what I find is encouraging to me is knowing that I have to keep it under a minute helps me be like super ruthless in editing a video, getting it down to fit, within the allotted time. And in the back of my mind, I'm now conscious to try and get it like down to maybe 30 seconds instead of a minute, if possible, or get that like just over 30 seconds, which is what my last one was, and it did a lot better. Some of the ones I do that sort of hit the 50 to 60 second mark tend to just get some subscribers looking at it, and that's about it. So we'll keep working on that one. Okay, Darren asks how to get views from sources outside YouTube, like Twitter, Facebook, etc. Like YouTube like it when you bring people into the platform, so that's a positive. And logically, the way you would get people in is if you already have a presence on those platforms. So if you have a bit of a Twitter following, then it makes sense to maybe share your new videos with your Twitter followers. And the same would go for Facebook or for Instagram or whatever platform it might be. If you can actually get them interested enough to either share it where it's embedded and they watch it, say, on Twitter or on Facebook, or whether they can click the link and are happy to go over to YouTube. Sometimes getting people to jump from one platform to another can be a bit difficult. Twitter's not so bad because people are used to every link in Twitter taking you somewhere. So if they're interested, they will go. I honestly haven't checked my stats to see how good that is. Like I always share my new full videos on Twitter. I put it on my Facebook page, my Doug Hewson YT Facebook page, and also to LinkedIn, because some of my stuff is sort of geared to content creators. So I put it in there because it's good for businesses and potential sponsors to see the sort of things that I cover on my channel. So that's why I do it to LinkedIn as well. So that's just the three I do. I don't know if I get a lot of traffic from those sources. Most of my traffic definitely comes from within YouTube. And I think for most people, getting that initial traction and then having YouTube recommend you or suggest you next to other videos is predominantly where most of your views are going to end up coming from over the life of a video, basically. All right. Are you on Twitch? I do have a Twitch channel, and sometimes when I do live stream, I'll live stream to Twitch and to YouTube, particularly if I'm live streaming through StreamYard. When I do Creator Breakfast, I go through Ecamm, so I can't multi-stream without using a restream or something like that. So I just go to YouTube because that's where my primary audience is anyway. I have like practically a handful of followers on Twitter, and most of those people are people I know from YouTube anyway. But I have simulcast or multicast to Twitch and YouTube at the same time. When I do YouTube tests, I just go to my Twitch channel rather than my YouTube channel. So I have used Twitch for testing. So sometimes you might go to my Twitch channel and find that there's just some random mobile phone live stream testing sitting there, which I probably need to go and tidy up at some point. So, short answer is yes, I'm on Twitch. By the way, I'm turning 30. You're a young one, 30. So I'm a little nervous, my first big adult birthday. Oh, wow, you're sort of leaving it late for the first big adult birthday. A lot of people, that's their like 21st or whatever. 18's a bit, I guess it depends on where you are, whether in your country, 18 is considered an adult. It sort of is here in Australia. I know some places 21 is sort of more the, hey, 21 to buy alcohol, 21 to do certain things. But here in Australia, it's 18. So, but 30, yeah. You've pretty much had a decade of adulting already. I know a lot of people spend their 20s in uni or studying and doing different things. So, yeah. Enjoy your first big adult birthday. Okay. As with last time, I'm feeling really dry answering questions. We've got a bit of a shorts theme here today, and that's perfect. I'm happy with that. I like shorts. So doing shorts, do you need a great description to help YouTube or better tags? I treat shorts roughly like a regular video. I'll make sure that I fill out a description, and I'll make sure that I put something in the tags. My last video, I didn't do any tag research. I just made them up on the spot. I was like, I'm doing a YouTube update, so I'll go, YouTube update and new YouTube features. I just made them up. I don't even know the things people were searching for, but I just put a couple in. I just put like 5 or 6 in for that one. So because the tags, the weight on them is so low that it doesn't really matter. But I put something in there just to help it along. So yeah, I still fill out the description. I put in all my links and stuff because on the short shelf people can click to see the description, they can click to comment, they can do all that still. So it's worth making sure that you fill everything out like a normal video. Here we go. Peter Dell is in the house. Peter, welcome to the stream. And also Genix, we've got a few people rolling in here now. The Red Baron says, hey, how's it going? Flambulance, good morning. I want to thank you so much for your moderator videos. Yeah, not a problem. Not a problem. If you've got any more ideas of what you want me to cover on moderator type videos, let me know. Because I got a comment the other day. I don't know, was that on my channel or did I read on someone else's channel? But they were saying that there's not a lot of information about moderation. I'm like, yeah, I've got a few videos. But yeah. So anytime, just drop a comment on one of those videos and I'll see it. If you've got any suggestions, say, hey, Doug, can you talk about this, about YouTube moderation, YouTube dealing with YouTube comments or any of that? Because a lot of that was sort of geared to live streaming so far. But, there's a whole other side of things with comment moderation as well. And Peter's here, so I know Peter's going to bring the questions. In the monetization section of each video, it says pre-roll ads, mid-roll ads, and end ads. Why? One of my videos, 6 minutes, I cannot uncheck the mid-roll. If it's only 6 minutes, it doesn't qualify for mid-rolls. It has to be 8 minutes or longer. So if it's like a grayed out box, so you can't uncheck, that means that, it's not 8 minutes. So you can't have like an ad pop up in the middle of your video if it's only 6 minutes long. You have a beginning and the end, but not in the middle. But once you get over the 8 minutes, you'll be able to turn that on or off. Oh, my Twitch link. Yeah, I probably don't have it in the description, but it's just, just look for Doug Hewson YT. It's the same as my channel name. So Doug Hewson YT. You'll know it when you see it because it's got my face on it. It's got similar branding. So yeah, look for Doug Hewson YT. So it's probably just going to be twitch.com/Doug Hewson YT, no spaces. Do you enjoy making content? Yes, I do. Yes, I do. I don't consider myself super creative, but I'm trying to sort of get myself now. I'm more of a like a process ABC type of guy. That's why I sort of started doing how-to videos. So I'm more of the, hey, if you want to do this on this software or this application, you got to go here, click here, do this, do that, which is sort of what a lot of my videos are sort of in that vein. But I'm trying to get creativity sort of mixed in there as well. So, but I enjoy making content, yes. But I miss 13. Yeah, well, that's true. That's true. Hey, and you can have a YouTube channel from 13 onwards, so there's that too. Ben 88 Ghosts is in the house.
Thank you for the super chat.
Say McLean dropping the super chat, saying super chats are pretty cool. They are. I especially me here receiving super chats. I think they're pretty cool. So it's A McLean $9.99 super chat. Thank you very much, sir, for the support. Thank you. And did I click on that one? I must have clicked on that one. I don't remember bringing it up, but now I'm reading it. Doug, do you see Harris Heller's move to YouTube? Yes, I did. I don't even subscribe to his Alpha Gaming channel, but I get it recommended to me all the time, and I tend to watch him. And because I tend to watch him, they keep getting recommended to me. But yeah, I tend to watch his... I like his sort of... When he's talking about YouTube versus Twitch, I like to get some of the Twitch information too, just because I'm sort of casual on Twitch. Not a gamer by any means, but just to generally know about live streaming. He's very knowledgeable. Plus, he does some reviews of microphones and like recently the Elgato Camlink. What do they call it? Camlink Pro? Is it Camlink Pro? It's got 4 inputs, so you can plug in 4 cameras. Sadly, it doesn't work for Mac because it's like a board that goes in your computer. PCI Express or one of those. I'm not sure which one it is. All right, let's keep going. And B, no, I can't read. I'm seeing B before the M. M-Bomb Ellie from Switzerland. Hello. Welcome to the stream. Neil Urban Explorer says, shorts are hit and miss for me, but I did change out a thumb on one 2 weeks ago, and it took it from 2K to 11K, so testing thumbnails on them is good. That's interesting. That's interesting because the shorts shelf doesn't show your custom thumbnail. So it's interesting that it got the boost from that. So were those extra views from shorts itself or just from just general recommended suggested? That's interesting. That's an interesting one. Chantel's into Reels, which is on Instagram. It's just like shorts, but for Instagram. Yeah, it's the same thing. It's like the TikTok, the Reels. It's being able to capture somebody's attention and communicate something in a short period of time, whether it's 15 seconds, 30 seconds, a minute. So shorts is. I find shorts is good for me because it helps me to stop sort of stretching things out or rambling, and if I do ramble when I record, I can just cut it out, keep it sharp, keep it peppy, which is what I sort of did with that last one. I just recorded it to my phone. It was like 50 something seconds. I edited it down, threw in some overlays with some demo, bit of music, and we're done. Super quick content though too. Super quick content compared to me editing like a 6-minute, a 10-minute video. I think mine was 33, 34, 36 seconds. But yeah, you can edit that in under 30 minutes to an hour, depending on what extra stuff you're adding into it. I had to go and capture some screenshots to add to that and different things. So, I did that, added that in, tweaked that around a bit, added some text, and yeah, it's good to go. And we've got, I assume it's pronounced strawberry milk. with a question. So welcome to the stream, first of all. Question. What if there's a bot who comments on one of my videos? What should I do? Okay. If you're pretty sure it's a bot, there's two things you can do. Either or are good, but this is what I would do. I click the flag saying report to YouTube, hit that, it disappears, and then YouTube become aware that this is a bot. Well, they'll figure it out anyway. Because it's been reported, they can see, yeah, clearly it's commenting like a bot. And then it's A, it's gone from your channel. B, you report it to YouTube, so they're more likely to, if they get other reports from other users, that channel will get canned pretty quick. So that's all you have to do. Just click the three dots, report to YouTube. That is what I will. That's what I do. Ken Rod's coffee break saying hello from Texas. And I say hello from Brisbane, Australia. I love Texas. I've been to Texas. Texas is a great place. All right. Ethan's followed me. 13. See, I told you I didn't have many followers on Twitch. I call it Twitter. I got way more followers on Twitter. yeah. Twitch. I'm going to have to do something with Twitch. At least when I use my StreamYard, I'm going to try and multicast YouTube and Twitch at the same time. I was subbed but unsub me. I don't know. It's interesting because I've had people say that, like generally, like about, I sub to a certain channel and then unsub me. Yeah, it's odd. I don't know if definitely YouTube aren't doing that deliberately. They leave the sort of the subbing, I'm subbing up to you. But yeah, probably sometimes back a couple of years ago, there was a glitch where people would click it, it would, you would sub there, but then you come back later, it looked like that you weren't sub, but you actually still were. So it was like a display glitch. And so then you would click subscribe, and because you click subscribe, it really what it did is unsubscribed you. So I doubt that's still going around. So why you'd be getting unsubbed after being subbed, I don't know. Sometimes big websites like YouTube have weird things happen. You've covered it all because YouTube's mic control is okay at best. Yeah, it's not a lot of depth. When they start adding the newer features, that'll give me some content to do. What were they experimenting on last year? Middle to late last year, they were experimenting with polls. So polls are coming to live streams once they can get them happening properly. I know Mr. Beast on his channel, when he did a live stream, I think it was his 24-hour live stream he did, when he was signing t-shirts, he had polls on there, but they weren't working properly. I spoke to Daryl Eves, who was running his live stream in the background, and he said that, they're testing them for YouTube, and at that point in time, they weren't working properly, and they sort of failed. So hopefully they'll get them working properly. That was months ago. It was like last year sometime. So hopefully that's going to be all good down the track as a feature. I do think that at some point they're going to copy some more features from Twitch, like a separate moderator chat, things like that. I think they'll do that at some point. I don't see it coming as quickly as polls. And I reckon they've probably got some other things in the mix, which I don't know about, but I do hear that they're always testing new things to make live streams more interesting. Okay. And Paul Peck is in the house. Look, there he is. Welcome, Paul. And Kurt, Manchester United fan from Australia, is in the house as well. Welcome, welcome. Big Bar, what's up? All right. Here we go. I can see how far behind I am because Chantel's talking about when I was talking about rambling. I'm going to urgent care to get my ear fixed. I don't know when, but I'll be going, and you are making my day better. Well, I'm glad I'm making your day better. So, thank you for hanging out and asking questions, and I'm glad we're making your day better. All right. Here he is. The mysterious Beanie Draws is in the house. Welcome, Beanie. It's good to see you on a live stream. And now we're going to get a lot more chat between people. So I'm just looking to make sure I don't miss any questions in between. I hope YouTube will add search filters to the hashtag landing pages. Yeah. Anything to make things more searchable and find things, I think, is always good. I don't use the hashtags a lot. Like I don't click on them myself, but I'm sure people do. I need to do a test. I need to click because I put. I added a little while ago, a couple of months ago. I actually went in and used TubeBuddy to add hashtags to the bottom of all my descriptions. So I've added a unique one, Doug Hewson YT, because who else is going to hashtag Doug Hewson YT on their videos? And also added Niminati, of course, but there's a bunch of people using Niminati. Not to mention Nick and D Nimin, and anybody who associates himself with the Niminati are going to use the Niminati hashtag. But there's two hashtags on all my videos now. So in theory, if I click on the Doug Hewson YT hashtag, it should be wall-to-wall my videos. If anyone else is using my hashtag, I'm very surprised. We'll see. We'll see. I'll test that one day. I need to go check that out. Here we go. Make sure I haven't missed anything. If I get caught up on this chat, I need to jump and do my subscriber shoutouts. Haven't done those yet. Kurt says, I was just appointed as a first-time moderator on one of my YouTube channels. He just made it to 128 subscribers last week. Well, congratulations on being appointed a moderator, first of all. And congratulations to the streamer for reaching 128 subscribers. Well on the way. Probably already got a custom URL and heading towards that 1,000 subscribers. That's the next goal. That's the next goal. You said when for mod control. What do you guys know that I don't? Oh, I meant when because I expect. And I did hear that a mod chat feature like Twitch might be getting added to YouTube. I don't have any details other than somebody mentioning it. So that could be like end of this year, next year, 3 years. Who knows? I will not put a time frame on it. I do not know anything official. I have not spoken to YouTube. I see a big question from Sweeney. Here we go. Have you noticed on some videos you can see the number of likes and dislikes, and on others the numbers are hidden? Does this make a difference to you as a viewer? Well, we know that they're doing that as part of the testing that they're currently doing on, particularly with the dislike button, by hiding the dislike counter. And they're just testing it randomly on certain videos, certain channels. It's very random in how they're testing it. They're testing to see what the response is, so they know whether what they want to do. Do we want to remove the dislike button? Do we want to remove the likes and the dislike button? Or do we want to leave it as is? So I know there was a lot of strong opinions on on whether or not we should be getting rid of dislikes or keeping them. Back when YouTube announced this, probably about a month ago, I think it was. So, yeah, I don't have an opinion. It doesn't fuss me too much what they decide to do, but I do understand that dislikes can be weaponized to try and hurt a channel. We know that it doesn't really hurt them that much. We know that that's not a strong weighting, I should say, on likes and dislikes. So it's not like I'm downvoting something on Reddit. It doesn't have that same effect. But general users don't know that. They see the thumbs up, they see the thumbs down. They think, oh yeah, we need to. It's like if you go to Rotten Tomatoes and they downvote a movie because we don't like that movie, and people shouldn't be recommended that movie, so we're going to downvote it on Rotten Tomatoes. We're going to show you that it's the worst movie ever. It's like people who really downvoted all the YouTube rewinds, or the last YouTube rewind that was heavily downvoted because people didn't like. I don't like the format. I don't like the look that Marquez Brownlee had on his face. I don't like the that Casey Neistat did this. I don't like that Ninja might have done that. I don't like that Mr. Beast smiled at me a weird way on the Rewind video. I don't like that they were talking about certain things on the Rewind video. It's like people are always going to have a reason to not like something. So, yeah, so I don't know. There's no good answers. But I say let YouTube do the testing, come up with their own conclusions, and then make the decision based on the data. In the end. Whether they get rid of it or not, I don't care. Just making sure I haven't missed anything. Okay, that's it. I will put your hashtag in my videos. Well, you don't need to because, but if you want to, it's there. It's a hashtag. Anyone can use a hashtag. You can't copyright a hashtag. It's a hashtag. But I appreciate the thought. Absolutely. Okay, just make sure. Okay, here's a question. What would you do with $1 million but only had 30 minutes? Like I had a 30 minutes to spend it. Gee, can you buy a house in 30 minutes? I could definitely go buy a car. I'd have to be quick about it. Gee, how would I spend it? Could you spend it online? It looks like you don't have to physically. If you have to physically go somewhere, it takes time to get there, to the certain shop, to a certain car yard, to the real estate to buy a house. I don't know if you could sign a contract for a house in 30 minutes. So let's just say can't do that. I would, if you could shop online, then the ideas could be endless. If I had like an open credit card, I think Amazon would be loving me. I'd probably spend it on gear. I want to buy a car, and if you could pay off your debts in 30 minutes, I'd want to pay off anything that I might owe on a credit card or something, But yeah, probably if I could spend it online, probably go online and spend it on gear. Maybe drop a few $500 super chats. If people are live streaming that 30-minute period. Somebody I want to support, of course. That's a tricky question. I haven't given it much thought. If I only had 30 minutes to spend it, it's like, I don't know if I can spend $1 million. Maybe go to the car yard and just buy $1 million worth of cars. Because then I have the cars. I don't need them all. Then I can sell them again. And that means I have more time to spend the money. There we go. Up there for thinking. Very random indeed. To me personally, when I watch a video, has no effect on me if I see how many. Yeah, I hardly notice. Like I'm there to watch the video. If I'm watching it, I don't look down to see if it's been liked or disliked. I don't even look at the views, to be honest. So yeah. Do we even need button removal? That's why they're testing the button without the counter. So if you can't see the count, you can't follow the, be sheeples and follow what everyone else is doing. Oh, they're disliking it. I'm going to dislike it too because I want to be part of the dislike club. So yeah, that happens. What is my most watched video? I can tell you the answer to that. The most watched video is... And let me see if I can show you. And if you ever want to find how people watch videos and most watched videos, different things like that, I'll show you how. I'm going to pull up my channel. Okay, that's my channel. Now I need to go to the screen share. Have I got a button for the screen share? No, I've got to go down here. All right, here we go. There we go. Good if I had my channel maximized. There we are. Okay, if I go to my videos page, very simple thing you can do if you want to see what people's most viewed videos are. Get a sort by over here and go most popular. Instantly, The most popular videos, or videos with the highest views, will go to the top. So this is my most viewed video. Do I have my drawing thing? Yes, I do. And there we go. Widgets and overlays for Streamlabs mobile app. This is a video that I didn't plan on, and it was just sort of somebody, it was like, I think a response to a comment or something. And it's netted me 127,000 views as to date. Last time I looked, it was about 116. So I've done another 11,000 views on that since I last looked, which was probably a few months ago. So that one's there. That's my only one over 100,000 views. But this one is getting. Let me go clear. This one's getting close to the 100, which is also a Streamlabs video as well, which is streaming your screen on iOS. That's from a couple of years ago. That's getting up there. And this is surprising. My moderation video, 83,000 subscribers. Like, I don't know anyone else. I've never seen a video on YouTube. Well, there's a couple, but I've never really watched anybody cover moderating a live stream for YouTube. So it's like I'm the only horse in the race, just about. So that would be part of the reason why that one's so big. And then, you know, these two are decent as well. Verifying your YouTube channel, that's a little bit out of date now, that one, even though it's only 2 years old, because YouTube made all the changes from Studio Classic to Studio in its last 2 years, and this one was done with the old Studio, so I'm surprised it's still kicking along. And 50-something thousand views, I should say, not subscribers. That'd be nice. That many subscribers would be nice. Auto closed captions, which is interesting. And and this one is a surprise as well to me, because this is one of my first videos ever. See, it's 3 years old. It's got an old style thumbnail. Oh boy, I'm surprised that one's that high. So yeah, they sneak up on you. You're sort of working on your new content. The old content is keeping my channel going as I'm, you know, doing stuff as I go. So that's a long-winded answer. I probably told you my top 6 videos there. I'm showing you my top 10 videos there right now. So let's head back to that one. Go to that one. It's got the count. All right. Where am I up to? Insane McClay makes a good point. People have lost business because a few people didn't like it and left a negative review. Yeah, on certain sites, and the problem is that, you know, they want the reviews, the sites, that is, want the reviews to rate, say, a restaurant or a business. And unfortunately, people can use that to target the business, to have the business sort of be turned away at the door, so to speak, at the virtual door. It's a good thing that YouTube are sort of wise on this, because if you get sites where it's like a recommendation site and somebody goes on a campaign to discredit a business through no fault of their own, mind you, then it can have a detriment on their business. You're absolutely right. $1 million buy Bitcoin. That's a fair point. That's a fair point. So I didn't think of that because I'm not Bitcoin minded. But yeah, that's a fair point. There are definitely people who feel they own hashtags, and if you use one of theirs, heaven help you. Yeah, I could, yeah.
Subscribe to Doug Hewson YT.
Yeah, we've got a live subscriber, the cherry picker. I don't have a cherry picker if you're in the stream, but if you are, make sure you say hi in the chat so I can shout you out. But thank you for subscribing. But yeah, so hashtags on Instagram, I can see that happening on Instagram for sure. And I'm sure it probably happens on YouTube in certain niches. It's like, you shouldn't use that hashtag because that's my hashtag. Absolutely. Amazon loves me. I buy Apple as a company. I think they're worth more than $1 million. You can buy shares in Apple, if that's what you mean, yeah. Everyone miss you going live stream. Are you saying you're live streaming? Good luck if you're live streaming. Thank you. Have a good live stream. Josiah is in house. Welcome to the stream. Oh dear. I'm drying out real quick. Will you ever do a movie night live stream? If I was to do something like that, I'd do that on Twitch, because Twitch has the... Do they still do that? The live watch party thing? Where if you have Amazon Prime Video, you can watch a movie or a TV show, and then the people, if they also have live Prime Video, they can watch along with you. I know they were doing that last year. I don't know if they're still doing that, though. I'll have to check in. That's a question for my good friend Eileen Smith. She knows all about that. Coach Craig Rowe. Oz Swoosh Education. Oz Swoosh. That sounds like an Australian channel. Oh yeah, here we go. I'm Australian too. Who else is Aussie here? There's a few Aussies in here. Now Chantel's an Aussie. Beanie's an Aussie. Obviously, Kurt, Manchester United fan from Australia, is probably an Aussie as well. Or at least resides. Or was born. Did I meet you on Clubhouse? Maybe a while ago. I haven't been on Clubhouse for a while. I just haven't really had the motivation to jump in. Nothing's alerted me that's popped up on my notifications to tickle my fancy, or if it is, I'm busy doing something, so I was like, I can't jump in. So early on, like earlier this year, I was on Clubhouse for quite a few weeks, probably a month or so, on at least be lurking and listening to a room on a pretty regular basis. I don't think I've spoken much on Clubhouse so far. I think I might want to get back into it at some point. Dured Baron, most popular, has 50k. That's pretty awesome. Clubhouse. Yeah. Actually, some of the most interesting Clubhouses, like apart from people sharing awesome information on Clubhouse, is I listened to Clubhouse, and that's one that Chantel's in. I don't know what it was called. But there's quite a few Aussies there. It was more, for me as an Aussie, I could relate. It was more down to earth. It wasn't there wasn't people in there trying to market something to people, or to talk something up, or to get some clout. You know, I'm not into Clubhouse clout at all. But so, RPM Nexus is in the house. Yo. Handwriting Champion Roblox. Best screen recorder for Windows. Gee. I'm a bit rusty on my old Windows. If I'm at work and I'm using Windows, I use OBS to screen record. That's what I use, OBS. I haven't tried any others. I do static shots with something called... what do I use? Something called Green Shot or something, but I think that's just like takes snapshots, like stills, so it's not video screen recording. But yeah, for me, I just go OBS because I know how to use it. Are you still active? I think I just answered that. But I want to try and get back into it. Yeah, well, that depends. Yeah, also always depends on this PC. It's like same with editing and stuff. It's like you might want to do the whiz bang stuff, but if your computer can't handle it, then it's like, you know, there's no program you can get that's going to help you. But yeah, I think you know, OBS is probably a good place to start. Other than that, I don't have any recommendations because I just don't do screen recording on Windows. If it was a Mac, I could give you a couple. The other thing is, I was going to say Camtasia because that's also on Windows. That does screen recording, but it's also an editor. But if you have a low spec computer, it may or may not work. Yeah, it's good. I like picking up when people like Benji, or like if Daryl Leaves opens a room, you know he's going to drop knowledge. So if you're awake, I'd try to get there. you have Nick Nimmin jumped on there a little bit more. I'll probably jump on there and listen in. I've noticed that Justin Brown is jumping in on rooms of lately. I've seen him on a few rooms the last couple of days. If I'm not working or asleep, then I do try and jump in and just at least check out what they're talking about. YouTube Creator Hub. Yeah, it's hard to keep a track of who's doing what and where, so which is good. Why we, it's why one of the reasons why we follow people on Clubhouse is if they pop up, that maybe that's a good room. I look and see what the topic of the room is. I go, okay, that's something I'm interested in, and then I might jump in. You got to always, I think that's with any platform now, you got to watch out people trying to be spammy. People don't have the good sense to be good citizens on social media, so they just want to get their piece and get out of there. Unfortunately, instead of nurturing a community, they just want to grab, get out of there. Hey, if I don't market my course, let me rant a little bit. When I'm watching YouTube channels, the most annoying thing is I click on a video to start watching it. You get an ad, which I'm fine with ads, skippable ads, that's fine. But when I say, have I ever told you this, and it's always like a sell for a course, and I don't know whether it's a making money course or a YouTube course or a how to be a better Instagram influencer. I don't know what it is because I don't stick around long enough to find out. But if you start selling me in that certain way, I know what you're trying to sell me, where it's going to be a subset of courses that you want to try and teach me, whether it's 3 steps to making better videos or whatever it might be. I'm clicking out of there because I don't want to be sold a course. If I want to do a course, I'll either hear about it and be interested in it and go check it out myself, or I'll go seek it out. I'm not going to be marketed to in that way. But that's just me. Do you have a favorite streaming setup or do you own it? I own everything here. I buy it. Like this is the Rode Pod mic I'm using with the Rode arm. I've got a Focusrite. Now actually the pinned comment in the chat is, I believe, my live streaming kit. So most of the stuff in there, it should be all the stuff that's in there should be stuff I'm using now, or stuff that I have used in the past. So it might be a couple of microphones, it's probably got my Mac in there because I'm streaming on my Mac. I've probably got my monitor in there. Probably I've got my cameras in there. Maybe even I don't know if I've updated it with my lens. So it'll have all sorts of stuff in there. So you can click that to see some of the things I'm using. Yeah, I like listening to Roberto Blake as well. Roberto's great. I'm one of Roberto's moderators on his YouTube channel. So if Roberto's in there dropping knowledge, I'm usually there. If Viper is hosting or moderating, is the host of the room, and I'm available, I'll try and jump in on that because Viper runs a tight ship. I like rooms on Clubhouse to be run and expedient. I don't like free-for-alls. But it's just me. Exactly. The time difference. They're on there during the US daytime, and we're here in Australia, we're asleep. Which is why on Saturday nights, I'm up late on live streams. Alright. My countdown clock is at 5, just over 5 minutes. Look at that. The hard sell really puts me off. Bounce as well, absolutely. Roberto rant, absolutely. I like how he portrays himself as he's older, and I'm like, Roberto, I'm way older than you, dude. He's like, I'm like my mid to late 30s, and I'm like, gee, I wish I was. I'd like to go back to those days. What is the countdown for? The countdown means, that's a good question. This is where we segue. Countdown to Nimmin Live. Nimmin Live is coming up after the stream, and I do believe he's coming up a little bit after the hour today, but Jump over, check it out. Right after this stream, Nick Nimmin is answering your YouTube questions live on his channel, as he does every Saturday morning around 9 a.m. Eastern. I think he's going live about 10 past the hour. I did check it really quick. Oh, look at that. Turn that off. I'll confirm the start time. He's going at, about 10 past. He's going live 10 past today, but he might start a couple of minutes early, as he does. But there it is. So make sure you jump on over there. He's answering YouTube questions live for a couple of hours. He's probably going to have some guests later in the show answering questions as well. He'll be running probably from 9 till midday. Probably good 3 hours at least. So if you want to jump in and out of that stream, make sure you do that straight after the stream. Just jump on over and jump in his pre-show chat, because there'll be people there when we're done here. So that's what that countdown's for. If I go back to the countdown here, it says 3 minutes. But when that hits 0, we've still got a good 20 minutes before he starts. So, you know, I'm not gonna be closing in 3 minutes. We'll go a little bit longer. Oh, Chantel had a podcast at 4:45 this morning. Early start. Nice. I've got a few. I've had a few invitations for live streams and podcasts. Actually, I don't think anything about podcasts, but just haven't worked out the times. Actually, one of them is Pete Johns, who's in Adelaide, so it's not too bad. At least he's in the similar time zone. He asked me to go on his show, so I don't know. We'll have to work that out, because it'll be on a Monday. He goes live on a Monday at, I think, about 10 a.m. Eastern Australia time. And so I just got to work out days. I take some Mondays off my full-time job anyway, so I just got to coordinate a time when he wants to have me. That works for me. It works for him, and we'll do that. So I know I'm doing that. I got asked last year to go on one of the StreamYard interview shows, but I've sort of forgotten about it, and I forgot to lock in a date. It's one of the ones that goes like at 3 or 4 in the morning, so it's sort of, or was it 2, 3 or 4 in the morning my time, so it's sort of a little difficult time-wise. And it's, I think, midweek, so I have to go to work the next day, so I got to figure out the logistics on that one. The logistics of the worldwide creator community. Is somebody awake doing something at any part of the day? I have a video idea, but I don't know if I should do it. It's going to cost $311. That's very specific that you know how much that's going to cost. Are you reviewing a product that's $311, or is that something else? Yeah, I've been on. I think I've been on D Nimmin's stream once, as on a group of people. I think I was on there with Zach Talks Tech. I think maybe Shelley Saves the Day, and D on one time when he had guests on. Been on obviously the old school Creator Chaos. Been on that stream a few times. So you know, it's always good to get the invite. I'm reviewing multiple products. Oh, that makes sense. You know how much they cost. Yeah. The trick is, as a creator, not to go into having to go pay for stuff just to review it. So start off reviewing stuff that you have and then go from there. But yeah, when you can afford it, when your channel is generating some income where you can go and buy stuff then to review, or it's something that you're buying anyway and then you want to review it, that sort of makes sense as well. But yeah, just be careful not to sort of get into the trap of having to buy stuff just to review stuff. Come up with broader content ideas rather than just having to spend money for every video. We can't all be Mr. Beast and spend thousands of dollars per video. All right, I usually do this near the start of the show, but we're going to do it now because I've caught up on the chat. This is where we say thank you to the most recent subscribers on my channel. And of course, it also includes the recent super chats because I'm hitting the events list. Thank you, Streamlabs. So there's the bottom 8 we're going to read out. This is six actually. The most recent subscribers, actually I should be on this camera. The most recent subscribers on my channel, public-facing subscribers, of course. And always come on here and give them a shout out during the show. The most recent one we saw happen during the show, the Cherry Picker. We also have Celine's Playday, Cherry's Vlog, Kyle Santiago, Shepherd Kiss, and Mum Desire. They're mostly ones I can pronounce this week, or aren't a bunches of letters and numbers, so that's pretty cool. But welcome. Thank you for subscribing to the channel. Hope this content that you can find is helpful. And if you happen to be watching this, make sure you make yourself known in a live stream or on my comment section. Say hi, and I'll be glad to say hi back. And if you've got any questions for me, just let me know in the comments. Let's get back here. Let's get that chat rolling on the screen again. Where are we? And the chat has caught up. I'm still up to date with the chat. For personal use like tech and stuff. So you're going to buy it, you're going to use it, and then because you're buying it and you're using it, you're also going to review it. That makes sense. If it's something that you need or something that you want, then it makes sense as well. Might as well review it while you got it. Put it through its paces. That's not the one I clicked on. John Pullum's in the house. I mentioned John early in the stream. I think we were talking about the applause, and I think Sparky asked a question about applause. He says, I think somebody asked, do I know any channels that have the applause because it's in beta? And I mentioned Andrew Can, and I mentioned you, John. So the only ones I can recall that have that feature. So hopefully that rollout's coming later this year. I'm hoping. I don't know the time frame. I'm just sort of guesstimating. I like to guesstimate it. Just need people to click and clap. Absolutely. The main thing I said earlier when I was talking about it is when we all get it, what we need to do is really make sure that we educate our viewers on what it is and how to use it. Otherwise, it's just going to be one of those features that nobody uses. YouTube says nobody's using it. We're going to take it away. So, you know, we want that ability to. We want people to have that ability to support our channels in a way that's not channel memberships, that's not super chats, but can just, you know, appreciate a particular video that they're watching or something like that. So applause is going to be good when we roll it out, and I hope YouTube do a good make a decent effort of telling people what it's about, as well as I will encourage other creators to do so as well. Definitely got to keep an eye on the time. All right. Do you plan on moving or staying in the house you are living in? I'll be here for the time being. Hey, if I get that $1 million and I have 30 minutes to spend it and I can buy a house, then I'll move to that new house. So I'll do the needful when the time comes. But you know, I got myself set up here with my lights in my studio, so I can live stream and record videos. So, you know, it's good. It's good. Absolutely. I'm gonna change scenes just for a second. See, we're getting to the pointy end, the far end of the stream. You can check out the lava lamp for a little bit. It's going there. It can soothe you. Hopefully it won't put you to sleep, because, you know, there's probably a load of content coming in. Obviously, we've got Nick's going live in about 15 minutes. I don't know what other streams are on later today, but, you know, Saturdays is usually a busy day for people. There's a few streams, there's different things happening over the weekend. People have activities that they want to do if they're allowed out, depending on where you are. I hear there's more lockdown measures in certain places, and some places are opening up. So, you know, people have plans that they can go and do. Some people have plans that they're going to do at home. And if it's at home and you're looking for something to do, then, you know, live streams are a good option. in my opinion. All right. Have I covered a basis? We've welcomed subscribers. We mentioned Minimum Live coming up when that came up. We've answered all the questions in the chat so far. There's only a couple things left to do, apart from ending stream, of course, which we'll be doing very soon. So if you've got any last minute questions, make sure to drop them in the chat. Let's go back here. Drop them in the chat. I'm happy to hit a couple of last minute questions. I'm trying to remember. There was one other thing I was going to talk about, and it's totally. Number one question is make sure you write these things down. Make sure if you have an idea for a live stream, make bullet points. I didn't follow that advice. Maybe if I open this up. Oh yes. I know what I was going to mention. I'll just hit John's. John says Michigan's cases on the rise again. Who knows when everything will be open again? I bet it could be another year or two. Yeah. And you guys are having a better rollout than we are. Our rollout here in Australia is very slow, and I don't know whether that's partly because of supplies of vaccines, but because we're using mainly the AstraZeneca shot, then there's a whole blood clot thing going on. It's like people are cancelling appointments because of the blood clot thing. They go, I don't want to get blood clots. It's like, okay. And then people my age and younger, people just in the general population, we don't even have the option to go get a vaccination yet. It's all people in certain groups. They're still hitting like the initial groups of people, medical people and people on frontline, border security and quarantine staff, the elderly, different things like that. People with underlying medical conditions. It's like, well, if you've got all this stock, just start vaccinating people, will you? Anyway, that's my COVID rant for the day. That might actually come out before next course, John. See, you guys aren't there. Boom. 2 shots. $30K the whole UK. That's probably a lot better than what you guys are doing. That's good. In the whole UK, and half the country has had a vaccination. Yeah, I saw on the news that you guys are starting to open up a little bit, so that's good. My moderator shirt. Kurt, you're reading my mind. That's what I was going to talk about, because I'm wearing it. Let me go this shot. There we go. There we go. That is... I'm trying to not block the shot with my microphone. This is a shirt that I think I was talking about this a couple of weeks ago. It's my It's Hammer Time t-shirt. This is actually designed by my daughter. She's an art student. I asked her, say, hey, can you help me with some artwork? I want to, I sort of describe what I was looking for. And she came up with this, and I thought it was pretty good. I added the text, made it a shirt. I got some variants of this as well. And they're all on my Spreadshirt shop, basically. I know Pete, I think we were talking about shirts the other week, so yes, I do have a merch shirt store, and that's why when I brought up the here we go. Yes, I had it open, and that was my reminder, and I didn't pay attention to it because obviously I had my browser minimized while I was streaming. But this is my merch store, which is on Spreadshirt, of course. And I did a recent design, which is this one here, which is I Love Tech, which I've got on a mug, different shirts. Let me just pull it up. So obviously it's just because of a different one. So this is the one I'm wearing, which is this one. Whoop, if I hover it, There's the It's Hammer Time shirt, which is what I'm wearing. I got variants with the same similar picture. Got one with just the image on caps and mugs. It's sort of like you have to sort of know what it is. In this particular one, the little imp guy with the horns, I don't know why he has horns. He's just standing there. But on the shirt that I'm wearing, he's actually holding up a little banner that says sub for sub, which is pretty cool. Let me go to the second one. There's another variant, which is this one, which is like from moderators. It just says mods are swift. And I think it's the same image as what's on the mug. It's got the text on it. So there's different ones there. Obviously, you can pick different colours and stuff. There's all the women's shirts and mugs and men's shirts and hoodies and all that. But yeah, so I've got a merch store and they've got those 3 designs at the moment. Still thinking about what designs to add to that as we go. Let me go back to me. Here we go. So yeah, so I got those 3 or 4 different designs at the moment on the shop. Obviously, 3 of them are variants of this one that I'm wearing. I know the only other person that's bought this shirt, apart from me, is Nick Nimmin. He's got this shirt. He wore it in a stream once, and I was shocked because I'm like, hang on, is he wearing my shirt? So when you see your shirt sort of pop up on a stream, it sort of surprises you. Still have to get through Daryl's book. I'm still waiting for Daryl's book. I think they're getting released here in Australia in the next week or 2. I got an email from Daryl saying, oh yeah, they're getting released internationally April 20th, 21st, 25th, 23rd, somewhere there in the next week or so. So I'm looking forward to getting that. I actually was one. I think you and me, John. I think you were there. You were on there as well. We ordered before his website went live. We were beta testers. So I've been waiting for that book for a very long time. Okay. Paul Peck loves it. He's got the hammers going there. Do I have a favourite book to read? At the moment, I'm not a big book reader as I used to be a lot more when I was younger. Not so much these days. So I don't really have a favourite book. The only book I have with me here is this one, YouTube Secrets by Benji Travis and Sean Cannell. The funny thing is, Beanie knows when I got this. Beanie and I got our books together. Guess what? I haven't even started reading it yet. I've had it for a year and a bit, nearly a year and a half, and I haven't read it. That shows you how often I read books. When I was younger, when I was a teenager, I used to read novels, books, things like that. I've just sort of dropped off the habit, so I need to get back on the habit. I'm planning to read Daryl's when I get his, and when I do Daryl's, I might jump back and do YouTube Secrets. Thank you for doing the live stream tonight. Not a problem. Speaking of which, we're going to need to wrap up because Nick Nimmin's going live in about 7 minutes. And I've gone overtime. Because I'm a senior in high school and want to know what a good book to read is. It depends on what your interests are. Like when I was sort of that age, sort of post-high school, I was reading like Star Trek novels because I thought I was interested in the novelization of the stories from the TV shows and the movies. I think I started reading like Star Trek Generations, the novelization of the movie, and then went from there and started reading Star Trek novels. And I think after that, I sort of dropped off reading, apart from reading sort of information books and street directories and maps. I'm really into maps and stuff, so I look at a lot of stuff. I read a lot of stuff online now, which is probably the difference. So I get my information from online instead of from a book. Tech and space. Yeah, I don't have any recommendations on books because I'm out of the loop. All my recommendations would be like YouTube videos. It's like, oh yeah, tech, you should be following such and such on YouTube. So yeah. So they're my thoughts. Well, we're going to wrap things up because Nick's going live. I'd really like to make a coffee, and I always push my envelope and leave myself very little time to get a coffee before he goes live. And I want to appreciate you all for joining me, and thank you, Chantel and Insane McLean, for the super chats today. It was very generous of you. And next time, if you've got any suggestions on topics you'd like to discuss on the show, in the whole vein of Creator Breakfast, something that we could go deeper than just maybe answering a question, then shoot me a comment or something afterwards, and get in contact me. You can contact me on Twitter. I'm pretty active on Twitter, so you can DM me on Twitter or just publicly on Twitter. I don't care. And on my comment section of my videos, I always put comments. They're the best places to reach me. So I want to appreciate everyone for being here today. Make sure you get on over to Nick Nemman's stream. It's coming up. And I don't have a link for that, do I? I'm looking through my pre-recorded links. Instead, I'll just drop the link to my merch store. I just dropped that. So that should be coming up. There you go. But hey, Nick Nemman on YouTube. To put it in the search bar, you'll find it. If a mod has the link handy for the stream, because I don't have it handy, make sure you drop it for me. But this is Doug, and I will catch you later.
Stay tuned for Nimmin Live right after the stream. Nick will answer your YouTube questions live.